Hey you guys, what's up? We are back for another episode of WandaVision. Alright, this is episode 7, Breaking the Fourth Wall. Alright, so I watched the episode this morning. When I woke up, I watched it. I was shocked, as always. And I had to just think about it. And I messaged my friend who wink wink, who watched WandaVision finally, and we were just talking about it, breaking it down and stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't know what goes on in that Marvel studio room to where they decide what happens in each episode, but each episode has basically left me speechless and confused at the same time. Okay, every episode I'm like, what is going on? Like, WTF Marvel, like, what is going on? So this episode is called, once again, breaking the fourth wall. It's episode 7. Now, people who don't know what breaking the fourth wall means, let me break it down for you in entertainment words, basically television or film words. I'm breaking down the fourth wall to you. Breaking the fourth wall, so basically think of it as like a square is 4. All right, 4. Okay, 1 2 3 4. There's 4. Okay, an actor is acting. When you're breaking the fourth wall, that means you are breaking that line between the fake world and the real world. Okay, so the audience is the real world and the acting is the fake world. So you're breaking that line or that wall between the audience and the fake world. So shows that have broke the fourth wall, that I think of, Saved by the Bell, um, Zach Morris. Okay, the main character, Zach Morris, he will always do time out. He always say time, and that means that he'll break the fourth wall and he would talk to us. He would talk to the audience. Um, The Office. Okay, The Office. I've never. Okay, look, y'all. I never watched The Office before. I never have. Well, I only watched like a good 3 episodes and then I just gave up because it was just so awkward to me. It was like I just couldn't. I couldn't get past those couple of episodes. So I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna watch it. But The Office. The Office breaks the fourth wall. They talk to the audience. Okay, Modern Family, they break the fourth wall. They talk to the audience. Okay, that's what breaking the fourth wall is. You're talking to the audience. Okay, you're breaking that imaginary wall. The actor is breaking that wall and talking to the audience. That's what breaking the fourth wall means. And so, like I said in the last episode, I mentioned that WandaVision is going through like decades, and they're paying quote unquote homage to like classic shows back in that era. So like I said, 50s they were I Love Lucy, okay, and then 60s, the Dick Van Dyke Show, the 80s Growing Pains, the 90s Malcolm in the Middle, and this decade, 2000s era, around that time, 2010, okay, 2010 2000s era, 2000s 2010 era, The Office, Modern Family, those type of shows. And I definitely got both Modern Family and The Office, which I've never seen an episode of Modern Family before. But I got those type of vibes while watching this episode because those two shows break the fourth wall. So yeah, this decade was basically kind of like The Office mixed with Modern Family. So just a little entertainment, a little production, TV, film 101 for you guys who didn't know what breaking the fourth wall meant. But so let's get into the episode. So we see Wanda. She's in bed. She is tired. She is out of it. Okay, she knows that Vision isn't there. Okay, next to her, and she tells us that, you know, letting fear get the best of us in her expanding the barrier, in which that's what happened last episode. She expanded the barrier because Sword kept poking at her when she told them to stop, and they kept messing with her, and so she ended up expanding the border, okay? And so, and creating this false reality. So she breaks it to us. In case you guys did not know, she created this false reality. She just explained it to you guys. And so the boys come upstairs and they're like, Mom, we're trying to play the game, okay, and the controllers is glitching. So we see the boys and they're playing the game and their controllers are literally glitching. 1 minute it's like the N64. Next minute it's like, the joystick. Just like going through different stages with consoles and stuff like that. And so one of the twins says that, Mom, I can't stop hearing, my head is hurting. Okay, my head is hurting because I can't stop hearing voices. What? Oh my gosh. Is it Tommy or Billy? It's one of them, one of the twins. The one with the gap in his teeth. Oh man, what's his, I think his name is Tommy. I think his name is Tommy. He's the one that can hear voices. Whatever that power is, he can hear. It's not telekinesis. It's not telekinesis. He can read minds. I think he can read minds. He can read people's minds, but it's probably not that. It's probably something else. He has the ability to read other people's. He can. Y'all know what powers he had. That little boy has those powers, okay, and he can hear people talking, okay, in his head. And so Wanda tells us, the audience again, that she is taking a break. She, after what she did, she is taking a quarantine style staycation. So she's speaking in quarantine vibes basically this year, I guess. And so she goes downstairs, she gets some cereal, and she gets the milk. And the milk is in like a carton, opening carton of milk. Not the top, but like you open the flap and then, yeah. Okay, she gets the cereal. And then it glitches from that to like glass milk. And then it glitches again. Something is wrong with her powers, okay? And so she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know what it's about. Okay, she's confused. She doesn't know what's going on. Okay, back in the real world, Hayward and his crew barely escaped. Okay, being sucked into Wanda's false reality, and he told them, okay, reset up. The broadcast signal is lost. So what's gonna happen is that he said he's gonna launch today. What is he gonna launch? We do not know, but he's going to launch something today. Okay. So we see Vision. He's on the ground and he's waking up. He realizes that he's alive. Okay. He's not dying, but he sees a circus behind him because that's what Wanda did. She turned all of Hayward's crew into like circus performers. So he's in a circus. And one of the performers tells him, hey, you're about to be on in a couple of minutes working with the escape artist. The escape artist is Darcy. Okay? And so he is trying to talk to Darcy. Vision was like, hey, I know you. You saw what happened out there. We had this, like, you were here. Okay? We were here. Okay? And Darcy doesn't know. And she walks away, but Vision follows her. Where am I at? Okay, so. Yep. Alright, yeah, and once again, he tries to talk to Darcy, but Darcy, she is under Wanda's spell. Okay, she's under Wanda's spell. Okay, we know that. So, back in Westview, the boys ask Wanda, Uncle Pedro said that, about re-killing of Dad, and Wanda just stops them right there and be like, hey, that man is not your uncle, okay? He's not your uncle, and, I don't have all the answers, and everything in life is meaningless. She's just blabbing on, and she's just going down like this dark, dark hole. So Agnes comes over, and she says, look, Wanda, I'll watch the boys. You can just calm down and everything like that. So as she's eating breakfast, her house starts glitching again. Okay, everything is glitching what's going on. She snaps her fingers and everything goes back to normal. Okay? So, back in the real world, Wanda and Wu, Agent Wu, they're meeting Wanda's connection. So, they pull up. Find out Darcy broke through the fourth wall. Okay, Darcy broke through the firewall. Okay? And so Hayward, come to find out, Hayward was trying to bring Vision back. But Wanda got there before Hayward was about to do something. So, okay, basically, Hayward was trying to use Vision for something completely bad. Because you guys remember, Vision is of Ultron. Vision is, embodies Ultron that was just trying to destroy everything in Age of Ultron. So Ultron was evil at first, but then Tony Stark and Bruce Banner created him by using Jarvis, and that's how Vision became Vision. So what I think is that Hayward is trying to bring Vision back to his original self before he became Vision, trying basically to use him for evil. Okay, and so gets to her connect. Y'all, people were saying that it's going to be Mr. Fantastic, and I ended up thinking that it was going to be Mr. Fantastic, and I had to brushing up on Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic, he is like an aerospace engineer, chemist, physics, scientist type of guy. Okay, so I thought he was going to pop up. I'm like, oh crap, Mr. Fantastic is going to pop up. Oh, this is where we're going to see him? No, it's not Mr. Fantastic. It's one of Monica's mom's good friends in the military, and so they bring her a tank, because you guys remember a couple of episodes ago, either it was last episode or I think it was last no yeah, I think it was last episode. Not Wanda, but Monica was drawing up specs of like parts and things like that to basically trying to build something to try to penetrate the barrier. She sent it to her person, and that person ended up creating the tank, her connect. And so Vision is still trying to talk to Darcy back in Westview. He's trying to get to her, and so he uses his trick, touches her temple, brings her back to her normal self. And he tells her, well, she tells him, yeah, I'm Darcy Lewis. And he was like, okay, I remember you because I got your email. You guys remember he got the email, okay, in episode 5. And so he has questions, and she was like, okay, I got answers. There's a van. Let's go. So they're driving, and they leave the circus. Back at the house, Wanda's powers are glitching once again. Okay, she speaks to us. She's like, I don't know what's going on. This has never happened before. I don't know how to fix this. Then the producer asks her, do you think, and I put it on quote, my computer's right here. This is what it said. Do you think this is maybe what you deserve? And Wanda is like, you're not supposed to be speaking. That is true. You're breaking the fourth wall. Only the actor speaks to the, to the audience. And so like when you watch an episode of Modern Family or The Office, you don't have like the producer or anybody speaking to them. No, you don't do that. So Wanda's confused on why the producer is speaking to her. Like, you're not supposed to be doing that. So she's confused. There's a commercial for this Nexus Pill, and basically it's kind of like a spoof on if you feel like depression and it was kind of like this spoof, like just wanting to be alone. Okay, that's what it was about. And so at Agnes' place, Billy and Tommy, they're with Agnes, and Agnes asks the boys, like, how are you guys feeling? Are you guys okay? And one of them, what's his name? I think his name is Tommy. Tommy was like, it's quiet. And then Agnes was like, oh, is it because you're, petting the bunny? Tommy was like, no, it's because you're quiet, Agnes. Inside, you're quiet. because you guys know he can read inside people's minds. And so she looks at Tommy, and I saw on the internet after I watched the episode, I saw on the internet is someone put it was in that moment that she realized that the twins have powers. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? What? And so, back in the real world, Monica, she's suiting up, she's getting ready to go through the border with the tank. Okay. So she's trying, okay, she starts the tank and she's about to penetrate the barrier, but it's not working as good as she thought. She thought she was just gonna go through it, but no, it's literally destroying the tank. And Monica gets out of there, but then she turns around and she runs into the border. And so what's happening is that she's having like this outer body experience, and it's like there's like different versions of Monica, and you can hear like little snippets from the movie Captain Marvel, to where young Monica is talking about, hey mom, like drop me off at like grandma and grandpa's house. And then you hear Nick Fury speaking, and then you hear Agent Wu saying something, then you hear Captain Marvel say something, and that does something to Monica, and she busts through the barrier, and her eyes are blue. Her eyes are blue, and her vision is kind of trippy, and she snaps out of it and she runs to Wanda's house. So basically in that moment, Wanda got her powers, because you guys know Monica, not Wanda, but Monica has powers. Monica Rambeau does have powers. Okay, she has her powers. So Darcy and Vision, Darcy explains to Vision that Wanda, we're going back to Infinity Wars. She explains to Vision that Wanda did kill you, okay, because you wanted her to. She killed you. But Thanos, because he had the time stone, okay, Thanos had the time stone. He got the time stone from, Doctor Strange, and he snapped his fingers. He went back and he ended up killing Vision by taking the Vision Stone out of his head, killing him. So, there you go. And then he then explains that he was once an artificial intelligence named Jarvis, who was Tony Stark's right-hand man, robotically, his right-hand man. And, they ended up, Bruce Banner and Tony Stark ended up using Jarvis, putting him into Ultron, creating Vision. Okay. So, Vision breaks the fourth wall, and he says that Wanda was trying to stop him from getting home, quote unquote, the real world. So Darcy tells him that, she's been watching a show, and there's a reason why, Wanda isn't letting you leave the barrier. But she can see that Wanda and Vision do love each other. And that is true. Wanda and Vision are, a cute lovey-dovey couple. When they were in Civil War, they were a cute couple. And then, the rest of the movies, you always saw them together. So they really do love each other. It is really messed up how, Vision had to go. It's really sad. Back in Westview. Okay. Y'all know the last couple of minutes. It's like the most climactic scenes. Back in Westview, Monica busts into Wanda's house, okay? And she's trying to explain to Wanda what's going on with Vision and Hayward, but Wanda doesn't want to listen, okay? So Monica was trying to tell her, okay, this is what Hayward is trying to do to Vision, and Wanda had her in air, and she tried to like slam her into the ground, but Monica, stopped her with her powers, and Monica, her eyes were turning blue, and Wanda looked kind of shook, and she kind of noticed, oh crap, she has her powers. Monica is trying to tell Wanda that Hayward is basically trying to destroy Westview, and that, look, I feel for you. I lost someone who was very important to me. That meant a lot to me. And, I understand where you're going with losing someone. Kind of how Wanda lost Vision. And Wanda was trying to tell her, not Wanda, Monica was trying to tell her something, but Agnes popped up and took Wanda home. But then Monica tells Wanda, you need to bring it down. Basically, the barrier. You need to bring the barrier down. And Wanda was like, no, she's not going to do it. Okay, so Vision was like, I feel sorry for Wanda and what she had to endure and what I had to endure. So you know what? I'm about to go find her. He took off the mic and he flew to find Wanda. Y'all, this whole scene was a WTF moment. We're at Agnes' house. Okay, Wanda notices that it's kind of eerie. Things aren't clicking. This is getting weird. Everything's weird. What's going on? And so she looks at the bunny. Well, the camera cuts to the bunny. And then the camera cuts to a fly on the curtain. Wanda asks, where are the twins? Agnes was like, they're in the basement. Wanda gets up. She goes downstairs. She goes into the basement. It don't look like no ordinary basement. Ordinary basement it just got, cement walls or brick walls and like cement floors and pipes and a water heater and everything. It don't look like a normal basement. No, it's a basement, but it kind of looks like a lair. Okay, it looks like a lair. Okay, an evil lair. All right, and Agnes pops up out of nowhere and tells her that Wanda, did you think that you were the only magical girl in this town? She tells her name is Agatha Harkness. And she says, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. And she puts Wanda in a trance. What? Okay, so they do like this little song or whatever, and basically it's explaining that Agnes has been messing up everything all along. At the talent show, y'all remember that talent show in the 60s? Or was it? Yes, the second episode. Y'all remember that talent show I put on for them kids? Yeah, they show Agnes messing with Wanda and Vision. Okay, then next episode. Next, the episode where y'all remember in the 70s when Wanda was about to give birth to the twins, and Vision, he gets home and he asks Agnes and Herb, have you seen Wanda, or what's going on? She tapped Herb on the shoulder. Okay, next scene. What is it? Next scene. She's controlling Pedro from outside. Because y'all remember in episode 5, okay, at the end of episode 5, Pedro popped up out of nowhere, okay? She was controlling Pedro from the front lawn, okay? And then, come to find out, what else? Oh yeah, she wasn't crying in the last episode when Vision was asking her questions. You know how she was like fake crying, she was freaking out. She was faking it. And then she said that she killed Sparky. She killed Sparky. Oh yeah, and she also asked Wanda, "Do you think it's what you deserve?" She asked her that. But you couldn't see Wanda looking at her. No. Agnes asked her that question. Do you think it's what you deserve? And then she said that she killed Sparky. But then she said Sparky died because he ate some of her leaves. No, she killed Sparky. Marvel Studios, y'all just really love like messing with people emotions. Y'all really like confusing people. Y'all really enjoy doing that. Y'all really enjoy confusing the heck out of people and playing with people's emotions. Y'all really like doing that. Y'all really do, Marvel Studios. Oh my gosh. And then I didn't notice this the first time when I first saw the episode. Okay, I just saw the first episode, and when she said that she killed Sparky and then went to the credits. No, I watched it again. Y'all know how Marvel movies, they be doing like 2 post-credit scenes, right? I just noticed after watching it for the second time that there's a post-credit scene. I'm like, since when was there a post-credit scene? So I had to go back and I had to look to see if there wasn't any other post-credit scenes. In the earlier episodes, there wasn't any post-credit scenes. So I'm like, okay, this is the first post-credit scene that they have. Okay, I thought I was stupid, but no. So the post-credit scene, the first one, okay, the first post-credit scene, we see Monica. She finds Agnes' house. Okay, she's looking. She's trying to find a way in. Okay, I don't see a way here. I don't see a way here. This tornado shelter, you know those tornado shelter, those cellar doors, whatever. She opens the door. She looks down and she sees that there are purple vines. Purple vines. And then out of nowhere, fake Pedro pops up and says snoopers are gonna snoop, and her eyes turn blue. Girl, what is going on? WTF, Marvel. Oh my gosh, Marvel. Y'all just really like messing with people. Y'all really do. Y'all get a kick out of messing with people. Y'all, that was episode 7 of WandaVision. This episode was good. Girl, I can't wait till episode 8. Who do y'all think is going to pop up? I have a feeling Doctor Strange is going to pop up soon. I have a feeling. Doctor Strange is going to pop up soon. Who do y'all think is going to pop up? Okay, in these next couple of episodes. Okay, who do y'all think is going to pop up, make an appearance? Agree with me if y'all think it's Doctor Strange. Who do y'all think? Y'all, let's discuss. Let's talk about this episode because it was a lot. Okay, so after this episode, I Googled Agatha Harkness. And it said on Wikipedia, I know Wikipedia isn't a good source, I understand that, but I looked on Wikipedia, and it said that Agatha was like an original witch from like the Salem witch. Okay. And then she was like, it said that she was like a mentor to Wanda. So like, is her powers equivalent to Wanda's powers? Like, can her powers outdo Wanda's powers? Y'all, tell me. Catch me up. Catch me up on this stuff. You know, catch me up. Educate me on Miss Agatha Harkness, if you will, in the comments, y'all. Okay, look. I'm ready for episode 8. I'm ready for next Friday. Friday needs to hurry up. Alright, you guys. I hope you enjoyed episode 7 as much as I did. Let's talk about it. Marvel, you just love messing with people. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Love you.